Welcome. I am your host, Derek Schomer, and we're going to bring to you today the perfect Mai Tai, the everydaydrinkers.com Mai Tai. Welcome to the everydaydrinkers.com podcast. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today we're going to cover martinis, but not just... Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. This week we're going to do sex on the beach. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're going to create the Ocean Teeny. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I am your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're doing nothing. That's it right here. No. What I wanted to do, it's just me. It's like 11:30 at night, and for the last couple weeks I've been designing a fourth year anniversary kind of episode flashback reflection of everything we've done in a 4-year period. The fact of the matter is July 26, 2008 was our first YouTube published video, and that was at the time I thought, it really came out well. I had a lot of feedback from friends and family. It's like they thought it was great. Looking back, I don't know, it's a little dated. I feel like I've gone a lot further. I've become more energetic. It's just things have been different. I'm a lot more comfortable in front of the camera. And we still have the old videos. I keep everything on these stacks of USB drives. And so we have our 1080i. It's like a little interlacing video of our first ever episode. So I thought I'd roll that, and then we could take it from there and talk about some of the other stuff we've done. So roll that clip. Technically, you should probably use these silly little ice tongs. They don't really work that good, so I just use my hand. Perfect consistency, not too red, which means it's not going to be extraordinarily sweet. Garnish. Perfect. Not too sweet, not too sour, perfect color. That's how you make the perfect Mai Tai. I'm Derek Schomer for everydaydrinkers.com. We're teaching you how to drink. So if you've watched that video, you'll notice, and you can rewind if you didn't catch it, and you'll probably see it in a couple of the other reflections, is the lapel mic. Back in the day, we used a lapel mic. I didn't really know what to do, how to really handle it, and the lapel mic was a cheap alternative to buying a boom mic, which we use now, which is a couple $100 more. So that kind of got complicated because shaking cocktails right next to the mic got kind of loud. You'd hit it. I like to wear Hawaiian shirts, and they're very floppy, so the thing would constantly fall down my shirt. It was a big pain. Also, March 13th, 2009, first guest episode, never seen on YouTube because it was over 9 minutes or whatever the limitation was, so we weren't able to publish it. So, we've done some guest episodes since then. We did our first guest episode. We did 2, actually, with the folks at hellovino.com, who they flew in. They were having some meetings with their company, a small startup company that kind of matches wines, pairs wines with food on a mobile app very early on when mobile apps were just becoming of age. So check out hellovino.com. I'll link some of that stuff in. You'll see some of these videos roll. That was our first, I don't know if it was our first sponsor, but probably our highest paying sponsor at that time was Echo Damani, and we made those videos for them. Since then, we've had many guest episodes. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and I have a guest this week. And your name is?
My name's Jim.
Jim. And tell me a little about what you do.
I'm from hellovino.com, and we are a wine pairing and suggestion service.
We have another guest. This would be our second guest. And your name would be?
My name is Rick.
Rick, how you doing?
Good, Derek. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Cool. And I have friends.
Yeah, I'm coming from Austria, and I saw Derek on the internet, and I want to meet him, and I want to drink now his drinks.
See? Wait a minute. Stop. Who are you? You're not normally there.
You didn't know me.
No. This is Reinhard. He's from Germany, not Austria. There's a difference. I've got a co-host.
Howdy.
It's Doug.
Doug.
And I got brothers and family, and it's just all crazy around here. So what we're going to do. No. Scotch. Irish. No. Irish whiskey.
Whoa!
I told you! Isn't that what it does
That's
to your face?
Sambuca.
Welcome to Alcoholics by Volume. I'm your host, Eric Schomer.
And I'm your host, Jennifer Schomer.
So we're doing 4 spice rums. We've got... Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I am your host, Eric Schomer, and I have with me today Don Dunn, Doug Peterson, co-host of the week. This time we're creating a recipe, brand new to the show. I have never done this one because I'm not a fan. So...
You're not a fan of gin?
No, I like gin. I don't like onions.
Not a fan of onions.
I don't like the idea of this recipe.
Why?
Why?
You wanted a custom cocktail from Common Man Cocktails? Wow, that was hard. Today, we're creating, literally, the Stormfront. Wow! That is potent.
Dang it.
Not alcohol potent. Our original footage was all recorded in high definition, but because of the compact nature, I don't have any old video iPods around, but the video, the download speeds, everything was just so hard to get down to your computer for an average consumer that everything was kind of compressed down to a 480 by 720, and that was just the original footage. Although we recorded in 1080p, that allowed me to put it onto YouTube, and specifically my focus was iTunes at that time, because iTunes was the big. That was it. That was where you wanted to be, and at least for podcasting. And I had been there with other shows, so we're still up in the top 5 of the food category in iTunes if you go and break it down. But because it's not as easy to search and organically find new shows, YouTube just blew it out of the water with reference videos and, finding us in the you've watched this, you might also like, or the recommended video section. So that made a big difference. Today, all videos are uploaded in 1080p, 1920 by 1080 progressive scan, and I think it looks really neat. The old videos, you'll notice, I'm going to flash one up right now, it looks like a stamp, a small postage stamp in comparison to the size of the videos we upload today, and that's kind of neat. So that's kind of what it looks like when you hit it with a hammer. I'll hit this one again. And you don't have to hit it hard because it's so brittle from putting it in the oven that it cracks right open. Hey folks, welcome to Everyday Drinkers, another behind the scenes video. Sitting on my new front porch here, so I figured, had a few minutes, very few, but I wanted to get something done, so here we go. We've got the Basil Hayden's. This is a bourbon, but we can taste test it live on the show with the original Alabama Slammer that I think we've done this before too, where we did the Big Cooper's Alabama Slammer bar shots. Along with those original videos, we had lower third, the lower third text, where there'd be witty comments and things that usually poked fun at me, and everybody said, "Oh, your wife's comments are hilarious. You should keep doing that." And we had stopped doing it because it got very time consuming. Because my wife never actually did them; they were all me. I wrote comments and poked fun at myself for about 2 years. And it basically what that meant is every week after recording 5 videos, I'd have to go upstairs, proof all 5 videos, and create text as I was going, put notes for my wife to put into the video when she did her lower thirds, and with time signatures of where I want them to lay. And it made everything, it took probably double the amount of time to publish a video because I had to rewatch every video I did. The other thing you'll probably notice is I don't have a lot of videos that I don't like, and people keep asking, what don't you like? You seem to like everything. There are a few cocktails that I've shied away from, and a couple that are just not for me, probably not for anybody, that are just so potent and obnoxious that... That's weird.
I'm not thinking you like it.
This is not a drink I'd want to
Drink
ever. It tastes like what I could imagine eating a couple bugs, but it tastes like it's just...
What?
I don't know. It's very almost dirty and bitter, and I'm gonna need a moment.
You're a dork.
Today, fans around the world watch the show. Fans around the world submit recipes. Some I can't even make because I don't even know where to get the stuff, but I keep seeking it out. Over the course of those 4 years, we've only really missed a couple weeks here and there, and unannounced. We only missed 1 week. That was March 14th to the 21st. That was when my son was diagnosed with leukemia. I have a little video I'll go through, and the video I'm going to show is the first video coming back from the hospital by myself and recording our show. But the show must go on, so we recorded one. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today we're going to create the Winter Wonderland cocktail. This recipe was submitted by Big Sans 22. Before I started, I wanted to just get some stuff out that people who haven't seen our Facebook, I guess, where we posted it. My son has recently been diagnosed with leukemia, so he's going to be in the hospital for 30 days. And so we're trying to continue the show. There's going to be probably times where things are posting at weird times, and I'm going to solo this because my wife's at the hospital right now, and I'm going to be gone the next couple days. So for now, we're going to do what we can to get everything done. We want to keep the show going, consistent life. Everything stays the same as, keep yourself a little busy to handle it. So that's what we're going to do. This cocktail, I'm starting simple because people have asked, if you need to take a break, you had this crazy thing happen that you just didn't expect. We understand, but you know what? The show must go on. For the fans, for me, I didn't want to give up on it because you don't want to fall out of the momentum. And on top of that, it was a great distraction. What we did is my stepmother would stay with my son in the hospital because we were there for 55 days, expected to be 30, turned into 55 because of a fungus infection that was in his spleen and stomach, and it was pretty nasty. So we were in there for a lot longer than we expected. And my wife would come home on Friday nights. We'd come upstairs and we'd bust through 5 videos, and then I would go to the hospital and she would edit them while I was gone. And when I got back, I'd start posting them. I would do some remote posting using Go to My PC to log in and get the videos uploaded. It became a challenge because the hospital restricted access to alcohol and tobacco. So I couldn't use my own site using their Wi-Fi network. I had to go and skirt the system by using my tethering on my phone to be able to upload videos and improve. Overall, that whole experience is something I hope nobody ever has to go through. But if you do, you just go through it and you move on, and that's kind of what we've done. Lastly, you've got your bloopers. Bloopers and outtakes. People keep requesting, I want to see your bloopers and outtakes. We do everything live. There's very few times when we've cut tape or flash or whatever, depending on the camera we're using at the time, to have a blooper. I put stuff at the end of videos with guests because you end up getting more guest bloopers than anything, which you'll see in a second. We did have one blooper that I did find because I remembered where I dumped an egg trying to use egg whites and got the whole yolk in there and try to recover it while my daughter's giggling in the background. So you'll see that one. And the rest of them are really just our guest episodes where it's just so fun that you have to capture that moment someplace in the video, and we usually put it at the end. Ready, set, separate.
Oh! That's not the white.
That's not the white, huh? Today we're doing... What are you doing?
Sorry.
These will always have outros.
Sorry.
All right. You wanted to...
Do it. The Stormfront. Me.
What?
I put me on that, like submitted by me. Because sometimes you can use orange juice.
Because you can't use orange juice when you're away.
You have to distinguish that right out of the get-go.
Yeah.
We're not using orange juice. We've gotten a lot of letters about orange juice.
They're like, why are you using orange juice?
Fuck Florida.
That's
not
right.
using orange juice.
And
I don't think that's gonna work. Fuck Florida.
there goes all those
You'll have
on.
lawsuits on you. Florida mayor will be calling you.
He was actually a fan, and now he's
Not
not.
anymore.
Unfriended. Lastly, this is really it. This is really the lastly. Thanks to all the fans, those that haven't yet seen this video because you're not a subscriber, you're not a fan yet, but you are later, and you come back through the archives and watch this. You're included in my thanks to the fans message because you've inspired us, you've encouraged us. I've got gifts from Woodman sent me some Liquor 43. Ellie sent me t-shirts. Being able to interact with fans on Facebook, on YouTube, on everydaydrinkers.com, wherever we happen to be, people they're amazed that we actually answer questions or just say hi or thanks or nice. And that's kind of something that I think separates us from everybody else, and I know you guys think that too. So, don't expect that to stop, because that's part of the whole video podcast generation, I think, is people doing TV-like stuff. It's like a TV, but with full interaction. I think that's an incredibly important part. And for those that have asked how I came up with we're teaching how to drink, as you'll see as we roll through the end, the last video you'll see is I don't even remember. It's the Mai Tai, the perfect Mai Tai. I ended it and just said, we're teaching you how to drink. And that was the first video I said it in, and I've continued it ever since, because it just seemed to, it made sense. It's what we were doing. So I don't think I've ever missed saying it once. Question of the day. What have you done in your life for 4 years, at least, and you're like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I've accomplished that, something long-term like that. Or what would you like to accomplish in the next 4 years? Because I don't think we're done. I think we have many more years to go, and hopefully it's going to get more fun, expand. Hopefully someday we'll have an actual bar instead of liquor all around me. So those are just some things I envision in my next 4-year plan. So there's your question of the day. Look at that in one of these type of videos, a reflection video with a question of the day. Okay, guys, gals, fans, likers, we are teaching you how to drink. We're teaching you how to drink. Doug, Don, everyday drinkers.
Close.
We're teaching you how to drink.
Doug.
Are you going to be here all week? Since I record 5 in a row?
Yes, all week.
All week. We're teaching you how to drink.
1 drink at a time.
2.
2 drinks at a time.
3. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. We're teaching you how to drink. We're teaching you how to drink. We're teaching you how to drink. That's how you make the perfect Mai Tai. I'm Derek Schomer for everydaydrinkers.com. We're teaching you how to drink.